morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I want to talk a little bit about the options of having a co-op in a community that's marginalized, in a community that may be a food desert, that may not have a grocery store. Recently, I just saw where Save-A-Lot was closed in Cape Girardeau, Missouri. I live in Cairo, and we were without a grocery store for at least 7 years. I think the importance of a co-op is understanding how it actually works. Uh, if you're inclined to do the research and want to look at investing your time and energy in opening a co-op, there's some things that you really want to know that we've kind of learned as we opened our co-op and had to shelter it about 7 months ago. So I'm just going to give you some brief information on some of the things that I think that we could have improved on, and probably should have been better educated on what the process is when it comes to opening a co-op in a marginalized community with high poverty. There are several things that have to be put in place if you're looking at opening a co-op. And with our co-op in Cairo, I think that we kind of open it as a grocery store and not a co-op. It's a vast array of difference between a co-op and a traditional grocery store. So if you're interested in opening a co-op, then the investment of time and energy has to be there. Most co-ops take about 3 to 4 years to open their doors, and we really didn't understand that because we did it in 18 months because we had a lot of help. But some of the things that you have to do is, as far as investing in the time, is really research what it takes in order to open a co-op and what a co-op really is. Most co-ops are born out of necessity when you don't have a certain type of food in your community. And most of the time you can get those items at certain grocery stores. But sometimes, people are looking for things that may be organic items that you can't get at your grocery store, your local grocery store. So a lot of times those co-ops are developed out of that necessity, organic foods that you can't get locally. So most co-ops are born out of that. So if you're trying to invest in a co-op in a community that has high poverty, that's not going to be their essential need. Most of the time it's going to be about getting fresh produce or fresh meat that helps with the nutritional value of a community that may not have those things, that may have to resort to going to a dollar store. And that's kind of what Cairo had to do. So if you're interested in doing the research and opening a co-op, the first thing you have to do is really get individuals together with like minds that are interested in investing the time and energy to do the research on what it takes. Once you are able to get these individuals to the table to discuss what it should look like, then you want to create a steering committee. Once you get your steering committee together, the focus is really about educating everyone at the table about what the standards are as far as a co-op. So everyone buys into the concept, understanding that, hey, it's more than just shopping. It's about participation. So once you get your individuals that are part of the steering committee together and educated on the process, I think the next step is you have to survey your catchment area, your community, the individuals that you're wanting to shop there, to see if it's a need or it's a necessity, or if they want to buy into this ideal. Some people are comfortable traveling miles and miles away to shop. So if you do a survey and you find that the majority of individuals in your community within your catchment area are interested in shopping and understand that what their priorities would be if you do look at opening a co-op, then if the survey says move forward, then you move forward. Now, again, it really comes down to education. Everyone really needs to understand, what their responsibilities are as a member owner. In a co-op, individuals partake in the co-op by becoming members, and there's normally a membership fee. In Illinois, you can only do a one-time membership fee, so once you pay your fee, it's a lifetime membership fee. And some people may charge $50, $75, or $100, whatever you decide to go with. Whatever that fee is becomes part of your revenue source. So once you get the fee and the information out to your members, then it's about really actually your steering committee creating, to me, committees to work on the process of opening the co-op. There's a lot to do, not only with federal and state paperwork, the recruiting members and educating your members, looking at logistics, finding a location. All those things are very important. So with your steering committee, it becomes very important that individuals understand that sometimes you may have to meet 2 or 3 times a month in order to make sure that all the different areas are covered. Creating those committees from your steering committee, I think, is very important. It's about 4 committees I would suggest, one being your outreach committee. If you create an outreach committee, the outreach committee is going to focus on recruiting members and trying to get those numbers to where you can actually look at the next phase, which is getting a board put in place. So that outreach committee would be focused on recruiting and educating the members and trying to collect the fees and getting those members in place to where they can actually maybe participate in the committees that you create. So that's kind of basically what the outreach committee. Next would be your product committee, which is really, really important, and we kind of didn't put as much information, or we didn't put a lot of research in the product committee, and it's one of the most important pieces that we found out later on. That being that your product committee is going to be the committee that works on identifying the product, identifying the vendors, and getting an idea of what the price points are going to be. This is very, very, very important when you're looking at a marginalized community, because price point does matter. If you're in a community that doesn't have it's not an issue with price points, where a lot of co-ops it's not, because they're going to pay $8 for organic zucchini, whereas in marginalized communities it's not going to happen. So you have to really find vendors, and you got to find price points that work for your community within your constituents. So once you're able to find those items that fit your grocery store, everyone that's a member must understand how the pricing is done, and you have to share that information with everyone to make sure that everyone acknowledges that, hey, if we carry this product, this is going to be the price point, and everyone is aware of what the price point is. This can be a huge problem in a community that has high poverty. So that would be one of the things that you would have to institute to make sure that individuals in your community are willing to support whatever price points that you can come up with. And also understand, when you're in a small community and you have a small store, it's going to be very difficult to get the price point that you want. So you have to be very selective. Sometimes it may not be about canned goods. It may be just strictly about meat, produce, frozen foods, something like that. It depends on your community. So that would be your product committee. The next committee that I think is very important is the marketing. Marketing committee is those individuals that are going to work on promoting your co-op. And if it's via social media, flyers, whatever you come up with as far as your marketing. You need to have a committee that's put together that works on making sure that everything is structured and sound when it comes to marketing. The last committee that we actually had was a bylaw committee. Our bylaw committee is the committee that kind of does the research and getting the bylaws put in place. How you're going to govern your co-op is very important, and that the policies could change. And one of the positive things about being in a co-op, the members have the opportunity to affect policy. That means they have an opportunity annually to vote on any policy changes. So that's definitely a positive part of opening a co-op. Not just a membership participation, but actually having a vote in some of the changes that happen within the co-op. So if you're able to establish those 4 committees, and they're strong and firm, and they're working towards the goal of opening the store, understand that normally takes maybe 2 years to really get everyone on board and understand that hey, these are some of the things that we need to put in place in order to get our doors open. We did it in 18 months. I really believe that you probably need to take about 3 years to get some of these things done. Implementation has to be about education. Everyone has to understand what their part is. So those are some of the things that you need to do at the beginning of phase 1. Phase 2 is really about once you have all these things in place, then you really want to get a board in place and a general manager hired. These are, to me, crucial to understand that these two entities are valuable as far as the day-to-day operations of your co-op. So getting your board nominated from the individuals that are member owners now is essential. Once you get your board in place and they hire the GM, then the GM takes it from there as far as what are the daily operations, and that individual will work on your handbook and employee handbook, anything that you would need in order to work and do the things that you need to do daily. So once you have those two entities in place, then it's about really just moving forward with the logistics, setting up the date. You would definitely have your location by then, and just working through the tedious things that have to happen before you open your doors. But that's kind of a brief synopsis of what you should do, to me, if you're looking at opening a co-op. I can tell you now some of the things that we kind of struggle with is that we went top heavy on payroll, and it kind of had an impact on how our numbers, our revenue dropped pretty quick. People tend to not be comfortable with the price points that we had because of the vendors that we had selected. And I don't know if we had more times if we were able to find vendors that would have had better price points, but it's still about educating your member owners, and if they understood the process, then I think they would have been more comfortable with it. With it being 18 months, we didn't have enough time to really push and meet with our members as much as we needed to. And from that, we put a lot on our general manager to create a product line that he may have not been really comfortable with the community. He was fairly new to the community, so you really have to have input from your community in order to come up with that product list. He did a great job at coming up with what he felt comfortable with. But as it goes, you really have to know your community. And so as we move forward, and we have to understand it's about the individuals that are going to come through your doors and shop with you. And the only way they're going to do that is if they're comfortable with the environment. And that means pricing, everything that comes with it, opening a co-op. So those are some of the basic things. I gave you some ideas on, our shortfalls as far as, like I said, with payroll and product. Those are some of the things that we're actually working to reopen our co-op in Cairo, Illinois. Now we did have a deli side that we reopened about a month and a half ago, and our focus on that is payroll and product. So currently we have 2 staff members that are working the lunch, and the board and the members are participating to do fundraisers to help reopen our co-op. And so as I stated before, the most important piece is that you have member participation and members understanding what the requirements are when it comes to being a co-op member. So basic information I just wanted to share. So if anyone would want to have a conversation about co-op in a marginalized community, you can contact me at 618-967-2981. My name is Gabrielle Harris, and I am the president of Cairo Rise Community Market.